Gotta see all they see racing the me, sim racing my daughter V, start to finish, give all the beam. All they see racing, they gotta see. All they see racing the part of me, sim racing my daughter V, start to finish, give all the beam. All they see ORL, 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 all they see ORL. VSR all day, VSR my way. Real ones only get it. Say less, we straight. 59, never back down. If you didn't know, just ask around. Pull the draft on the front stretch. Turn one, they tap it down. Force the gap with all contact. Feel the adrenaline off that. Under pressure from front to back. Another cup, one and keep it on track. You wanted more, I'm calling cap. Elvis out, come get it back. 50 drivers in the server. Hope you ready for combat. All they see racing, they gotta see. All they see racing the part of me. Sim racing my daughter V. Start to finish, give all the beam. All they see racing, they gotta see. All they see racing the part of me. Sim racing my daughter V. Start to finish, give all the beam. All they see.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I believe we might have an echo. I'll turn that right off now. It's round 6 of Odyssey Racing League, and it's at Brands Hatch. It's one of my favourites. Can't wait to get going. We are underway with qualifying. On board with Jolt Kiss right now, who's about to start flying lap now. GT4s will have a lovely 7 minutes to get qualifying. Just see, my system has disconnected myself from let's see. This is very bizarre indeed, so just bear with me. There it is. Right. That's a bit better. I did think there was something very strange about the stream tonight. Something else that's strange about the stream is it's not letting us chat. How antisocial of YouTube. Jolt Kiss flying through clearways now is about to complete his first run, coming down the hill and coming over the line, secured himself, well at the moment it's only 4th. We don't have any valid laps right now, so that must be the flying lap starting now. Heading over to some more races. We have Maddie Garcia racing in the Gator, as it says on the rear bumper. It looks like someone's gone Looks like Barry's got a yellow flag on his name. I'm not sure why. Anyway, let's head over to Martinez, who's about to come over the line. I'm not sure if this is actually a... Yeah, it is a registered lap? No. Yeah, that's a registered lap. But how come no one's actually gotten themselves a recorded lap? That's my question, actually. Anyway. GT4s are in. And my... Oh, you know why? It's because I'm looking at the GT3 board. Aren't I a silly, silly boy? Anyway, let's have a look at the GT4s in general. There's the GT4s. I think my thing's broken. So that's the standings right now. Martinez first. Followed by Garcia in second. Then Bonus Charles in third. Jolkis in fourth. Marsonis in fifth. Flint sixth. Anthony Victor Chappell in seventh. Perry, Vissers and Bartlett heading it up into 10th, followed by Kaliskan, Greasel and Duff, keeping the back nice and cozy. We are heading over to the GT3s. And the GT3s that are out currently should be silver class. Silver is comprised of the AMs, Pro-Ams for the time being. So Simon Kret is making a break for it now. And Konchik is in the pits, as they should be. Now has... Yes! We got the new liveries uploaded. BSR put a request in if they can get our personal liveries uploaded for them. And it looks like it's pulled through nicely. Is Terry done? I almost said Barry then. Where is Barry? Is Barry out today? Yes, he is. He's currently 12th in the GT3 standings. Certainly hear what seems like a McLaren in the background tearing their way through life. So these are the configuration laps for the time being. Before the AM/Pro-Am class heads out onto the circuit. Tyres are relatively cold. They're going to need a little bit spooling up. The weather is overcast. Conditions are only fast. Oh, that was a valid. That was a opening lap. There you go. It's 124 from Terry Dunn, keeping the top of the grid. The Barry variant sits second. The Dunn brothers are, well, it's now a Piotrowicz sandwich. He's gone in second in grid standings, Dunn in third, Kret fourth. Verardi comes in, lays his mark on the grid first pole position. Sokolowski is still due to come out over the line, and it looks like we have Julian Daniels, who's a new entry potentially. Unfamiliar name. You're coming over the line. There's nothing quite valid yet. It's on 44. Terry's still going round for another lap, and why on earth is Rock Pavlov? Let me get my words out. Marinko Rock Pavlovich. Ugh. That was a mouthful. Sorry you had to endure that. Simon Kret is coming round for a second lap. Now why and where is Piotrowicz? Is in the barrier? Is that... He got dingle-delled. Eesh. That ain't no good, is it? Car number 860. We'll come back to you. Here comes Romanjuk. Car 860. Just going to have a quick look once we see Romanjuk's lap time racing for Pegasi Motorsport 2025. Comes over the line. Is this a valid one? He strikes with a hot iron and gets 5th. Now let's take a look at what happened to Sokolowski coming up through Dingle Dell. Looking tidy, but a little bit too wide on the grass there. Everything was fine, recovered nicely. Coming through Dingle Dell and ate a bit of dirt, and that's what did him. Okay. We've had enough. We've had enough. Far too much. Fatality, and speaking of, Simon Crett also has eaten the Dell of the Dingles tonight. Let's hope this is not a common theme amongst our drivers. Good heavens. Good heavens. Right. 2 more minutes left for qualifying before the Perus come out. Terry Dunn laying down even more beautiful lap times. 1:23.5, current fastest. Oh, Varadi's come in and fixed that, and Romanchuk has come in and corrected that positioning as well, with 0.2 faster than Dunn. Good heavens. This is getting rather close for comfort. Pavlovich is still in the pits though, so I wonder if that's a quali ban for Pavlovich, or that's just... So I do remember seeing Pavlovich out on track just not so long ago. Let's check out 837. That is Barry Dunn. He's coming round for another go. He's been pushed down 6 places. And he's gone, you know what? The camera's on me. I'm done. Carol, you are up. Do not fail us through Dingle Dell. What's it going to look like as he comes through? He avoids the brown stuff. He survived the back end. Glorious, glorious stuff. And that's Piotrovic in the pits. And it looks like the pros are now getting warmed up. 702 is coming round. Last is 128.5. It looks like Daniels is coming into the pits. Very slow exit there. It's time for the pros to come out and play. Here's Hamza Benkador. Cheeky little flash for the camera. Our lovely, colourful cars coming around from the pro season. Great to see Artemenko on the circuit. Things are going to be very close for the top spots. This time round, Konjic is, well, he's fast. No doubt about that. But we're going to see what kind of magic Konjic is going to conjure up tonight. And for the viewers that are on tonight, you will have noticed that the chat feature was disabled. There was a small faux pas, thanks to Richard in the background. Let me know, actually, that I pressed the wrong button. And it's actually not made for kids. It's very family-oriented, but if we set it to made for kids, the chat feature is taken away. Because you know what kids are like. They talk about skibbity toilet and all sorts, and it gets a little bit out of control. And I can't translate that stuff. I'm not that street anymore, you know? I've got to, like, dial back what I know. What I don't know, really, in that respect. So back to the what I was trying to say. Hit refresh on your browser, because next time you hit refresh, you will have the chat feature enabled. I'm getting a little bit frustrated with this streaming service. I think we're back. We shall see in a few moments. Yeah, we have 8 people watching. And we have our chat! Yes, let's go! And I'm going to fix my screen. Yeah, this is a conversation I'm having with them again tomorrow. Keep getting kicked off the stream. Hello, 48. How are you keeping, sir? So there's no surprise. Konjik currently leading the pace with a 1:23.2. Now I was expecting now the track conditions optimum. I am expecting Konjik to throw down some solid 1:22s, especially in a high 1:22. So there's your stretch target there, Damien. Let's get that. Let's see what you've got. Not his fastest lap currently. It's going to be over 1:23. Yeah, there it is. It's 1:23.6. We'll get him next time. In the meantime, let's check out Artemenko, who's not too far behind Konjik right now. Benkador is right in between them, though, with a 10th quicker than Artemenko. Oh, and Yantiri's just come in and said, no, I'm going to put my mark on that. I'm now second. Thank you very much. And Varadi, well, we know is a Pro-Am class, is currently sat in 5th. Von Liebenstein is sat in 6th. And Salvatore Amato is 7th. Lovely. Okay. Still, many of our drivers may have a couple of quali bans by the name of Alderman. I do remember in last week's events at Crashhurst, I counted about 20 cars that were caught in that absolute catastrophic failure after turn 1. You'll be pleased to know that there is many stewards observing the race tonight, actually. There you go. Konjik's 122. There it is. Your stretch target has been met. So, as the time's coming in, Yantiri yet to come over the line. Where is that devilish Porsche? No, that is Solomon. What is Solomon going to cook up in these last few moments? Ninth! Lovely stuff. Lovely. Okay, we're going to take a short intermission and we will be back right in about a minute's time.
With Gemini and Gmail, Jenny can summarize all 30.
Kevin's Christmas proposal had been long overdue. A few weeks later, he was on his stag do.
Hello?
Katie, it's Kelvin. We've lost Kevin.
Calvin, you're his best man. We're getting married tomorrow.
Yeah, it's all gone pear-shaped.
What happened next, you'll never guess. He was given a lift on the Christmas Express.
Truth, Kev. I can see you down under. Where you been?
I went to Lapland, you know, for the dancing. Go on, Kevin.
It was full steam ahead. There was no time to wait. Would they get married? Or was it too late?
All right, we are back. What a beautiful day it's turned out to be. Long shadows indicates, is it morning or evening? It's actually morning. It's 8 in the morning. Quite the antisocial time of the day to let this part of rural Kent know that there's a glorious race happening amongst our international competitors. And so, just catching up, B-Bank 1975. I don't believe he's joining this race. That's unfortunately not today. But we still have drivers from BSR who, like you know who. It's your man Benkador is on grid and he is sat third with a success penalty of 5 seconds because he did so blooming well last week. That's it. Hamza. Let's do a quick grid walk, shall we? Let's start with the front. Who do we have? We have Konjik, who's right up the front. Lovely livery. Lovely, lovely, lovely. New livery by Baller Squad. Both Yantiri and Benkador sporting those new liveries. Amato in 4th. Liebenstein in 5th. Artemenko in 6th. Varadi in 7th. Romanjuk in 8th. Dean Solomon in 9th. Terry Dunn in 10th. Well held, well held. Piotrovic, 11th. Kret in 12th. The berry variety of the Duns in 13th. Kushner in 14th. Sokolowski in 15th. Daniel Petrucha in 16th. Julian Daniels in 17th. Heading up. The GT4s, who's currently in pits, is Leila Martinez. Got Maddie Garcia. Fun story about this one. This is a drawing by one of the younger members of the Garcia contingent who drew this and is now being applied to the livery. Very cute touch, that. Bonus Charles, 20th on grid. Jean Kiss in 21st. Marsonis, 22nd. Jules Flint, 23rd. A little bit of blending going on there. Interesting. Victor Chappelle in 24th. Alex Perry with the only KTM on track today in 25th. This is in 26th. Harry Bartlett repping Tesco in 27th. Callis Khan in 28th. Grussel in 29th. Duff in 30th. Lovely chrome effect going on there. Kairis, 31st. Rock Pavlovich in 32nd. Alderman in 33rd. Now, you're wondering why are these folks at the back? It's because they got quali bands. And then we have Kudryashov in 34th on grid. I'm not sure if that's because that was a late start or not, but we will come to that soon enough. Right. Getting ready. Windy City, FA Yantiri for the win, even though I can't race today. Am I guessing Windy City is potentially Sonmez? The cars are getting nicely tangled up on the approach to clearways now. You actually have to be sensible driving these cars. They're not cheap. You can't just drive at everything and then anyone. You know, you got to be nice. Be nice to these cars. Anyway, enough waffling from me. We're going to get into the action that's about to kick off now. And the tensions are stiff when it comes to BSR and Konjic. They are all over his rear and left, and that's a green light. Round 6, final round. We are going for it at Brands Hatch. Coming into Paddock Hill now. We are looking good. No one seems to be making any dramatic exits out of the race in a premature fashion. Many position changes. Romanchuk has pushed his way through past Terry, as has Dean Solomon there in that wacky looking Porsche. Virardi, we have something going on. There's a few cars going off. That is Amato, Liebenstein, Virardi and Artemenko. A few more cars falling down the grid rating. That's Solomon looking probably to get a little bit defensive. There's some more drivers. That's Piotrovich in the grass. And Petrucha is... well, it's fallen a few places behind. Looking good. Barry and Dean Solomon have made their ways up the grid. Amato getting past Kushner, who's taken it a little bit wide. Very pleased to see no cars are out in the rough just now. Konjic just kissing Dingle Dell exit there. Very, very well handled. Many of the cars are doing a grand job in the opening moments. The track conditions are absolutely beautiful, spot on. You can't get any better than this. Harry's made a successful pass by Victor Chappell. Chappell is letting Bartlett know all about that, all over his German vehicle's rear end. Pavlovich is making some moves up through the GT4 traffic now, as is Alderman, mixing up the GT4s, but working for some crucial points at the end of this season. Yantiri and Benkador doing what's best, and that's flying those blue and white colours for BSR. Loving the new livery, very simple and effective. You can spot them a mile off. It's about 5 or so seconds separating the front pack. Von Liebenstein is 2.5 seconds trailing. So many position changes with the GT4s, and that is due to a lot of... Oh, we have some incidents here. That's Piotrovic and many other cars in the dirt. What has happened? It's Petruccia is just in the sand. Why are you there? We need to find out why that's happened. We're going to go back to the race. Piotrovic again hitting a little bit of the dirt. We got side-by-side action now converted to single file between Kushner and Piotrovic. Things are heating up with Verardi and Von Liebenstein. Just coming out of Druids now. Down that bend. Surprisingly, that was probably not track limits that Von Liebenstein hit there. You can really abuse that corner. Blint seems to have... oh, well, he's fine. It might have been off a little while ago, but it's all fine now. And Alderman is, well, he's got Piotrovic in his sights. How is he going to juggle that? Coming down Pilgrim's drop here. That is quite a train of GT3s at the back. So we were going to check out what happened with 860, weren't we? Let's go and check that out. So it wasn't Druids like I thought it was. Now, was it here? Oh, that's a bit of a dive. Oh, crikey. Yeah, that was ambitious. In my humble but blabbering, droning British opinion. Petruccia is making some moves past Bartlett. But we have Kushner and Piotrovic. Oh, and his Alderman has just managed to sneak on through there. Through that hairpin turn at Druids. Coming out of Graham Hill Bend. Into Surtees now. A corner that many drivers take very differently. But there, you just saw Kushner decided, you know what? I'm going to go with Alderman. My money's on Alderman. Getting the run on Piotrovic. He sticks it and actually manages to lock that in really nicely. Excellent run. Brilliant stuff. Heading to the GT4 pack. Garcia is leading the pace with 20th. And last lap was a 132.2. Which we can certainly squeeze a few more tenths out of that for sure. And just very close behind is Bonus Charles in the Ginetta. And not so far behind that is Jacques Kiss, who's in... I'd like to say that Delta is wrong. It reckons it's... you know what? I think I'm looking at this slightly backwards. It's about 1/10 between these two drivers. And Bonus Charles! Late on the braking! We have some changes in position between teammates. Yantiri and Benkador. Yantiri opting to allow Benkador to pass on through. Bit of team strategy going on there. So on the distance, Konjic is setting some solid pace at the 1:23.2. Checking out a bit more of action on the grid, we have Kushner and Piotrovic. Racing for XTK Academy. Squint at that. They're slightly side by side with Daniels there. Daniels being a newer addition to the season, very late on, last race of the season. I mean, it's good that you join now. It's good, yeah. I'd like to say so. Lovely move past Daniels there. Daniels being very gracious and allowing the faster drivers to pass on through. There is, however, another driver looking to make that pass. The approach to Surtees now, and we have a little bit more chatter in the chat. I'm flicking between many windows at the moment. Emery is washed and retired. Richard, that's quite a statement. Richard, you're lucky you have life now. Huh. Well. Patrick 48 unfortunately cannot join us for the last race. And it looks like you're making a comment at where you feel you stand with GT3s versus GT4s. I have faith that you could pace very closely with the Pro-Ams. It's a matter of time and commitment and love for this absolutely glorious track sat in West Kingsdown. Fun fact, my it's actually my favourite circuit. I could really get down with just living around the corner, you know, just like roll out of bed and be like, you know what, I'm gonna take my my Fiat Punto for a little spin around around the GT track. I'm sure that never happens in real life, but well, it's only dreaming, isn't there? Up at the front, Artemenko and Varadi have a bit of GT4 traffic to contend with. Absolutely sailing past those GT4s now. Artemenko trying to get as much flat track as possible. Oh, a little bit of runoff there from Varadi, really pushing hard on the on that Ferrari coming out of Druids. Oh, there's a bit of an incident happened here. It's between Alderman and Sokolowski. Yeah, look at the numbers here. Let's go check out the replay 1 second. On the approach. Through the start-finish here. Onto Paddock Hill. Notorious place. A lot of people can get quite nervous about where to go. Oh, it's just a... Oh, okay, alright. One for the stewards. Clean up on aisle 1. Salvatore Amato. Now, your bumper tells me you've got a few war wounds here at Brands Hatch. Oh, there it is. Little shoulder patch out of the way. And that's a couple of places down for Kret. Did that register as anything on the... It did. It did register. That was a naughty move, that was. I dare say I would condone such actions on this stream. Remember, drive safely, folks. Indeed. B-Bank, we are going to jump to the front. It's Yantiri. He's made a pass on Konjik. When the hell did that happen? Konjik. You are car number 913. We may have had an incident here. Here we go. It's, yeah, that's mighty close. How did you catch up so quick? Yantiri is belting it. Up into Druids. Bit of contact on the inside. Whoa! Whoa! No way! It's like a pinball machine. That must have been Benkador that went for that dive on the inside. That was a little bit close for comfort. And Liebenstein is in the dirt as well. Some GT4s approaching. Terry is coming up on the inside through Sterling. And the GT4s are having a squabble of their own. Or was that a GT3? No, it was a GT3. Liebenstein has fallen many places down the grid into 6th. Konjik is... Well, he's got a bit of damage. I think that was a bit of the bumper car situation going on up into Druids on the previous lap. Goodness me. Now, I know we want to see the front. This is where the magic is happening for the Pro class. And you know what? I'm keen to see what happens with this GT4 traffic and how they juggle it. Oh. Oh. Konjik. Going with the mine punt move right there. Yantiri. Doing something that you would see out of something like what's that game called on your mobile, the famous one? It's like the platformer where you run around and it's on, I forgot what it's called now. Temple Run, that's it. Reminds me of Temple Run, except it's cars. So, if you're just joining us, this is the last round of Season 20 at Brands Hatch. Being delivered to you by yours truly, Adam Ty, on the airwaves. And just in the updates recently, it's BSR are really working hard to make sure Konjik is not able to secure as many points. Now, for 8, I don't believe there were any pits. I'm going to check out, actually, towards the back quickly. Don't see any pits. This is for the GT3s. And we're going to go and check out the GT4s as well. No pits currently. It could have been that our drivers probably, you know what? There's a chance that they probably started from pit. So if you were wondering at the start, there may have been some quali bans in effect or start from pits penalties, where some of our drivers, if they've earned enough points, they get to sit in the sin bin. For their penance, they they just have to wait, I guess. Oh no, Hamza's got 20 seconds. No, it's 25 seconds in total now. And that was likely down to the events that we saw at Druids earlier on. But Hamza is not deterred. Hamza continues. 25 seconds, it's going to hurt. At the current pace, we'd be looking at Hamza falling down to potentially... Oh, it's ugly. Definitely into the realms of 15th position. But we'll see what happens in the next 42 minutes. And yes, TBDW, we are going to be announcing the next season on Discord. So if you're unsure where that Discord can be found, head over to the link in the description where you can sign in if you haven't already done so, and register as soon as you get the notification that Season 21 is live. We have some situations by way of Salvatore Amato. Now, it's got a yellow octagon against his name, and I'd love to know why that is. So it's car number 103. There was indeed an accident. So we're going to check what happened there. Oh, cutting it. Definitely cutting it close to track limits for sure. Oh, it's a bit of GT4 action. Okay, okay. Yeah. Little foul, no harm. This is all fine. And the precious little dime of great British motorsport heritage. Another GT4 is being passed. Marto is making moves up the grid. So, Barry Dunn and Simon Kret are 1 second separated currently. Terry and Romanjuk, however, the other half of the Barry duet. Oh, sorry, the Dunn duet. How dare me say the wrong surname. Let's get back to the front of the grid. It's Yantiri. And Konjik still... Oh, it's a BSR sandwich. Rock and a hard place, Konjik. A little bit of nose wiggle. Keep your opponents guessing. Alderman is in the pits now. First of many cars currently on grid. We've got 34 races here tonight. And dare I say, this is... going to be a tense finish. Very tense finish. Tyres are squealing. Ooh. Benkador, you are really fighting to keep up. Remember, smooth is fast. Slow is not fast. But to get there, you have to be slow to be smooth, and smooth to be fast, and all that jargon that I can't really get down with because I just like to throw it into corners. Yeehaw! Sorry, American folks that are watching. I'm sure you cringed a lot at that. Right, let's go and check out the rest of the grid. Let's check out some of the GT3s. It's Marsonis and Kiss. They're fighting for third position right now. Just in the background is, I believe, that might be Kairos. Alderman is the first to complete a pit stop. Interesting strategy there. There was a bit of damage sustained by earlier accidents. Greasel comes in with the first GT4 pit stop. It's going to cause a bit of upset amongst the ranks. Barry and Kret still fighting hard. Fighting for number 11 spot. Barry's other half, the better half, Mr. Terry Dunn, in 8th, having a sniff, or 7th. Towards the back, it's Rok Pavlovich and Petrucha. They're battling for 19th, getting quite tense, even tenser. There's some stiff competition up the front between Yantiri, who is really doing a great job with the defensive positioning. We have Bartlett in the mix. That's a move on the inside of Bartlett. Thankfully, saw that coming with lightning reflexes and moved out of the way for these two front runners. A little bit of flight of tyre as they make the descent into Derek Minter, straight onto Dingle Dell now. Sheen Curve and Sterling's complete. You know what? Every day's a school day. I got Sheen Curve confused with Dingle Dell. I'm corrected. So Jersey Duff has managed to find themselves in a bit of a compromised state. Yeah, even the cameraman's like, what are you doing? This is a GT4 driver, and it's number 44. Just going to check out what happened here. Looks like a case of lack of downforce. Here comes Alderman in the background. Now, is it an Alderman? It might be. Oh, yeah, there's a bit of a touch there. Evidence on the back bumper. Alderman staying out of shot like the stereotypical youth up to no good outside a CCTV filmed location. Duff is back on the road though. Let's go to Artemenko, who is cameramen and women. Artemenko is blocked. Sheen Curve onto Sterling now. Trouble for Verardi is he has 15 seconds of penalty. That would have been from the success penalties that was carried over from the Bathurst race. And if you last week, you have to watch the replay. You just go and watch back the recording. And you'll find that the commentator's curse is real. We have scientific evidence for any skeptics out there that it is a real thing. You cannot mess with the reality of this. It's just seconds before that moment. There was me talking about the race start and joking about it being called Crashhurst. Seconds later, disaster strikes, and there's a massive pile-up. So, yeah, head over to our recordings on the YouTube channel and check out race 5 of this season, which is season 20. Checking in with the rest of the grid, keeping an eye on the front two. Yantiri and Konjik are well, they're getting close, and there is a back marker that they've just blasted past. Do you believe that was a GT3 back marker? Clearways is a bit of a challenge for many drivers, but not these two. Bit of rear end action. Got to love it. Looks like a little bit of GT4 traffic. Which is no problem, really. We are blessed with some very beautiful conditions for our drivers. Partly cloudy. Track is 21. Ambient also 21. It looks like Piotrowicz and Solomon have just taken pits, which puts Kyrus and Kushner into, well, 11th and 10th respectively. Just in front is a GT4. I'd like to find out who that is. I believe that is Maddie Garcia. It is not. It's Martinez. No, it's not Martinez. Is it Martinez? No, it's not Martinez. It's Martonis. I got it. Third go. There we go. Harry Bartlett also taking pit. It's about that time. We're halfway through today's race. And in a huge surprise, actually, we're seeing Konjic in second. A very close call on a GT4 there. Some would say too close for comfort. Yantiri still with that 10-second penalty, which is going to be sat in the pits for sure. Benkador in the background. Let's just jump over to Benkador. Let's give Benkador a bit of love on the stream. Sat in third. I'd say with his tail between his legs somewhat. Yeah, I'd definitely look a little bit sheepish myself if that was me with the race leader. But not to worry. Not to worry. Yes, indeed, 4-8. It's, Crashhurst was indeed very well. Oh, who's that? Who was that? That's car number 702, and that is Paul Daniels? Julian Daniels. Yeah, that's a tricky spot. You got sheen curve, brother. Salvatore Marto and Dean Solomon. Looks like a very brave move into Sterling there. And one thing I noticed is, Solomon really likes shoulder-to-shoulder racing and really disrupting the opponent's car. Because let's just say that Porsche has junk in the trunk. And it's able to hold it down on track really well. Personally, speaking from experience. I do like my cars with the weight over the back axle. Nice bit of sideways action. Julian Daniels is in the pits and Kudyajov is in 19th. Speaking of close action here, it's Petruccia and Rok Pavlovich. Very quick work there of the McLaren. No dramas. Next up is Simon Kret. Now, Konjic is now 8/10 behind Yantiri. A 1:24.8. Dare I check what happened earlier that's caused that? I would love to know why. I do apologise. That was not the delta. That was, in fact, the delta of the best lap. So currently 3/10. I was a little bit confused why what I was seeing on the screen. Never mind. Enough of my ramblings. Let me know in the chat who you want to see next. Konjic now first as Yantiri has taken a pit stop. Barry Dunn has entered pits. The other half of the Duns are on track, keeping watch of 8th place for now. Hamza has fallen back quite a lot. I would love to understand why. Now, I don't see any reports in terms of accidents or yellow flags for car number 88. Now, I could tell you actually it's because Benkador had a pit stop, but didn't go for the repair, which will put Benkador in a very, very nice position. And that position being pole. Pole position looks possible. Maybe not. Artemenko has just left the pits with Yantiri in proverbial second. On the approach onto the start finish now. Romanjuk is about to leave the pits. Are they going to join at Paddock Bend? No, Benkador has squeezed on through. There we go. That's very well timed. Very well timed. Barry Dunn has also left the pits as well. Keep up the great work, Hamza. We want in the chat for you to definitely have a podium finish. Isn't that right, B-Bank? Salvatore Amato and Barry Dunn. Barry very late on the brakes there. Keeping an eye on the events happening in GT4 world. We have a bit of traffic going on. It's between GT3s. Solomon lurking over the brow. After Surtees coming into Pilgrim's Drop here. Play nicely with the GT4s, please, Solomon. We know what you're like. I'm on to you. Lena Martinez sat in second in the GT4s. And Maddie Garcia in third. I love that livery. Absolutely love it. We had someone in the chat last week explaining the backstory behind this livery, and it's I think it's one of their children's doodles that yeah, Kevin the Gator car. That's what it is. Just beyond the Pirelli stamps on the corners. Just going to get a quick look at that of the corners. At the moment, the rest of the field is quite balanced. Currently, Konjic still sets the pace. But that is so cute. I love that. Great work. There's a budding artist amongst your ranks, Garcia. You've got to love it. Right, so looking at GT3, Alderman and Solomon. These two are fairly well matched, to be honest. Alderman with a 10-second penalty. This is after the fact of having pits. I'm going to go check out the race replay and see what could have possibly caused that. Car number 45. I'm going to hazard a guess that it happened around 26 minutes into the race. However, we'll come back to that because Artemenko and Yantiri, they're fighting hard. And Konjic has come out on top. Still pole position. How do you do that? That's magic. Konjic the Magician. I was sold on Konjic having to go into pits and do quite a lot of repair work, but no, that's Konjic's still out on the track, but Artemenko and Yantiri are really keeping themselves busy. Bartlett doing what he does best and giving the grace of the GT3s to pass on through. Yeah, this is great TV. Still some more GT4s. Do apologise if you caught a little bit of wind coming out of my windpipe. That's otherwise vocal noises. Still some more GT4 traffic to navigate. Now Solomon and Alderman. Just in these last few moments, there was some action that just happened not so long ago. But it wasn't then. It was not then. I'm going to have to check over to this replay. That's between car number 59. It was an accident, so I'd love to see what happened there. So Solomon looking to get past the GT4, and Alderman seeing that opportunity and squeezing on through. Might have been a little touch of the bumpers coming through into clearways. Solomon giving wide berth for Alderman. Great move there. Real good chess work right there from Alderman. Now, with a 1 second lead, back to second and third. These guys are on fire. And that's the announcement from the race engineer, or the race director. No more pits. But fortunately for Layla Martinez, who's just exited the pits, managed to get everything done in the nick of time. All drivers have now pitted. Dunn is working hard to keep Verardi at bay. The fight for 6 is on. Sheen curve is where a lot of drivers get caught out, as we saw during quali and the start of the race. Keeping an eye on these two. Oh, it's getting close. Come on, guys. Artemenko is sticking into the tarmac like a barnacle on a whale. No getting off that easy. Ooh, that NSX is really playing with fire coming up through Westford. Oh, that's oh, you get the name wrong. Sheen curve, come on. Sokolowski in the foreground there, just in front of Artemenko. Aggressive snap out wide to get as good exit as possible through paddock. And nails it. Great work. It's really a big challenge for Yantiri. It's having started second on grid, now third. Artemenko's managed to magic their way into second, which is it's beautiful stuff. Now, Greasel is heading up at the back. I think there's a little bit of track limits and a bit of lawnmower action going on. Can we see more of Maddie Garcia? Great to see you back, glued to the mouse. Great to see you back. This is, of course, who we were talking about, who was giving me a brief rundown in last week's race about, this is offline from the stream, of course, about the backstory of this livery. Look at it. It's just so cute. I love it. Kevin, the Gator car. I've just seen your messages above. You know, I'm definitely the one who's who falls victim to I fall victim to many a hallucination. Just to you know, set the record straight. It's not one of the children of the household. This is deliberately styled in a manner to emit feelings of youth. Am I right, glued to the mouse? It's something along those lines of artistic license. And I'm going to go with that because you nailed it. You've nailed the style. Let's head over to Kairos and Kushner. Now, something's happened here coming off of Pilgrim's straight there, with Pilgrim's drop. And Kushner has dropped back one position, allowing Kairos to pass on through. I think Kushner may have just ducked out, just purely out of self-preservation. Barry is lurking in the background, looking for a position snatch off of Kushner as well. It's a number 11 spot. Well, things are tightening with Artemenko. They're pretty much at one together now. The start of a love story between two carbon fibre bumpers. Will they tie the knot into Sterling? Will it become a Ferracura? Like what I did there. And just picking up some messages as well from Baller Squad Racing. The official account. Can we please not damage the new livery? Yeah, they've worked hard to create that. Yantiri doing some great work. And Mouse just coming back saying there were some... yeah, there was some creative juices involved. Mouse says she helped design her livery because I do actually make digital art, but I thought it'd be funny if I just drew A less than optimal alligator. Yeah, I believe that. You've genuinely... How did you do it? Did you do it with an opposite hand? Because it is funny, the results that come out at the end of it. Keeping on top of BSR action, Benkador is on von Liebenstein's rear bumper. Italy versus Germany. Netherlands versus Switzerland. Who's going to come out on top here? Druids. It's a squeeze in the inside. Very reminiscent of Konjic. And he locks it. What a move we just caught. Praise the broadcast lords for that moment captured on screen. I love that overtake. Great work. Let's see if BSR is going to repeat again. Just in the background there, I believe there may be some overtake action happening. Garcia is hot on the case of pole position for GT4s, and that's Jolt Kiss. A flavour for the interior of the hot and bothered cockpit. It's 22 degrees outside, but maybe a different story on the inside. It's not just category positions cooking tonight. Looks like Ferrari's taking a pit stop, which by my estimations is not going to fare so well for Verardi. Unsure why you've gone to the pit lane, actually. Is that a penalty? Is it? No, it's just gone to the pit stop. Okay. That's fine. Anyway, Alderman has gone very wide. And who was that just passing then? Crikey, that was Simon Crett. That was very, very close for comfort. But yeah, Mouse, going back to your artwork, would love to see some more of your work. So if you can, and would like to, or feel otherwise inclined, do head over to Discord. It'd be great to see more of your work. We have a special section for that. Or otherwise, Garcia could drop the artwork in the chat for us. So it'd be good to see that. What's this? 972. Jolt Kiss has just taken the dirt. Why on earth have you done that? Let's have a look back at the incident log. It's GT3s. That was a bit of a close one. On the approach to Dingle-Dell, and that was Garcia making contact. No! Then there was a rejoin and everything was fine. Woo! Everything was fine. Bit more drama with Rock Pavlovich. Also hitting a bit of the green stuff. Doing the groundskeepers a favour, keeping the grass nice and trim. And Yantiri is, well... Need I say more? The video paints a million words and all that. Or should I say a video renders a million words? I don't know. I'm just being a little bit of a dweeb at the moment. Verardi returned to garage. There was an accident. Thank you, Tom Lezer5971. Welcome back into the chat. Hope you are keeping well. The only KTM on circuit. Thing looks like a spaceship. "19 seconds between Konjic and Artemenko." We're just going to give Konjic a bit of love because, you know what, he doesn't get much. He's fast, and because he's fast, the cameras don't look at him much. So, you know what the answer is, Konjic. Stop being so blimmin' fast. Just got to cool off a little bit, yeah? give everyone else a little bit of delta, you know what I mean? No, I'm messing with you. Keep doing some great work, show us how it's done. Ooh, what's happening between Martinez and Kiss? That is a very flappy bonnet. This is it's not good for Joe Kiss. In terms of best session lap, Konjik has locked in at 1:23.1. Congratulations, that is an absolute blinding lap right there. Keep it up. Oh, what's happening here? Car number 47 and 860. Piotrovic and Kudryashov. That looks nasty. You know I'm going to check out the replay very shortly, but we have a situation on our hands. Piotrovic has Sokolowski and Petrucha on the start-finish. Desperate moves to keep their opponents at bay. Oh, and that looks like Petrucha has gone super wide. Benkador passes on through with Liebenstein hot on the case. It's looking good. I do apologise, von Liebenstein is actually Dutch. So I eat my words. You're not Swiss, you are Dutch. So SVL Racing. There is a Dutch driver amongst us, and it looks like Romanchuk has just eaten a little bit of track limit. But we're just going to go check out that replay very quickly. This is the one between Piotrovic and Kudryashov, I believe. Oh, there it is. Yeah, just seen the car. Oh, little tap. Very well controlled. That was... yeah, that was damage control at its finest. Great work. Love it. Yantiri all over Artemenko like the Neapolitan ice cream Artemenko is. And the albino wasp hounding Artemenko. Baller squad represented in glorious blue and white. Indeed. Indeed. Baller squad racing. Can we offer a moving of that Honda? And it would be very unethical of me to execute Order 66 by way of commentator's curse. I wouldn't ever do that. But now I've said it, I don't know what's going to happen next. Some more science-backed theories, and it's not just superstition. But yeah, we're going to see something. We've got 3.5 minutes just about. Cookies. I do have a soft spot for cookies, I'm not going to lie. I don't like the ones that hold your data on legitimate interest and, you know, marketing, all that sort of stuff. But I do like a good Costco cookie. If you ever had one, oof. Now we're talking about 10 years ago. Box was like 24 of them was like £5 sterling. Oh, that was amazing. Anyway, we shan't talk about other brands because other brands of cookies are available. Of course, we do have another British supermarket chain on track at the moment, and that would be Harry Bartlett, who is racing in GT4s and is sat, I was to pull up the stream for you there, 10th in category. So simple. Tesco value right there, folks. And again, other British supermarkets are available. Yantiri! Looks a bit scuffed. Not sure livery creators are too pleased with that. Border Squad Racing. Admins like Greg's triple chocolate. Do they really? Well, well. That's a GT4 in the dirt. I think that might be... Just hazard a guess. It's Greasel. Greasel is not having a good time in today's race. Martinez and Verardi. Well, Martinez is no concern for any such, let's say, cause for worry. Because, well, in terms of the deltas, we're not looking too bad. 2.5 seconds in front to the next car. About 3 seconds behind that. Petruccia had a little bit of a faux pas just now. And that is car number 95. And that was a yellow flag incident. Again, through Druids, it might have been a bit of foreclosure on that Ferrari. Ooh, boink. American Muscle versus Italian Supercar. Okay, so the leader is on the final lap. So no surprise to everyone. It's Damian Konjic back at it again with a almost run done and thank you, Mum. That is with pole position. Nice tasty slide coming up through Sheen there. Oh, who's that? Who's that parked up on the side? Yeah, that was Barry. We'll come back to that. We're just going to have a little bit of a closing ceremony for Damian Konjic, who I believe is a 6 for 6 in this series. So if there is ever another version, there it is. Damian Konjic in first place. Artemenko. And it looks like Yantiri is becoming one with those exhaust pipes. It's a close one, but it's second for Artemenko and third for Yantiri. Lovely. And Benkador is coming up. Unfortunately, has a 10-second penalty. Now, what does that look like in terms of delta to von Liebenstein? Not so great. I think we're going to look at a 5th place finish there for Benkador with von Liebenstein in, well, 4th and 5th switched around. Salvatore Amato is trying to find some space past Julian Daniels. Is he going to lock that in past him, past that last lap? It doesn't matter too much because Julian Daniels has finished now, and it's Romanjuk who's next up, coming up in 7th. Over the line, followed by Kairos in the Porsche. So far behind that, Alexander Kushner coming in, representing XTK Academy, locking in 9th. Alderman in 10th. Kret in 11th. Solomon in 13th. The last car going over the line is Harry Bartlett. And what an incredible race that was. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us for this closing race at Brands Hatch. And with that, we are going to close the curtains for our season. But I'm going to leave you with some very nice highlights just to keep the stream running so we can do a bit of debrief and see what went on. So with that, bear with me, give me a few moments while I set that up for you. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back once I figure out how to get to
just become part of the flow. Light stretches wide, time bends gently. I reach out but hold nothing. Trust in the moment.
And as promised, we are back. And we're checking out the replay now. Currently on board with Jolt Kiss. Unfortunately, the highlights reel did not save this time around. But I'm sure we are going to see a bit of action there. Yeah, great work from Damien, getting a 6 out of 6, I believe. And Baller Squad Racing coming in with some celebrations for Damien's very, very beautiful run during this season. Okay, and we're going to check out some more action by way of Kushner. Now, that was an instant and a half. And that was a little bit of traffic that ended up in a little bit of disaster for some of our drivers. And once more, that was a little close to comfort. Alderman also having a bit of a race today. Heading over to Bencador. We don't see the events happening just yet, but this was one of those moments that led to Bencador's demise in the race itself. But the racing was super close in the first half, that's for sure. BSR doing a solid on the stream, keeping it nice and tight. Now, I'm going to fast forward to, I believe it was this lap, potentially. And it wasn't, no. To be honest, I'm going to do a lot of guesswork. If I keep up with that. Heading over to the GT4's. Bonus Charles seemed to disappear during the race. Not something that I would otherwise expect, if I'm really honest. But, you know, not every circuit is for everyone. So, give it up for all of our races during this season. It has been brought to you by none other than Adam Ty on the broadcast airwaves. And we are going to leave it there. So, thank you all for joining us on an epic adventure with Odyssey Racing League. Season 21 is going to be announced do check out the Discord channel. Head over to the comments and sign up for more info. Until then, I will see you in the digital realm of the Odyssey Racing community. And if we don't speak before, have yourself a lovely holiday season. I hope you get to see all your friends and family. And thank you, Patrick and B-Bank, for your support. It has been emotional indeed. We're going to be closing the stream down now, so thank you once again, and we will be speaking in the very near future. Peace out.